Bringing you the latest news from Bucks County, this is the Courier Times Update with Rachel Canelli.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Rachel Canelli reporting from the Courier Times newsroom with your news update for Thursday, February 7th. We begin with the latest on a 38-year-old Plumstead man facing murder charges in the car crash that killed a 9-year-old girl on Thanksgiving Eve. Crash experts have testified that Drew Bodden's Mustang plowed through Suzanne Berry's Honda CR-V like it wasn't even there. They allege he was going more than 140 miles an hour at the time of impact. Berry suffered brain injuries and her granddaughter Holly Hunn was crushed to death in the impact. Reporter Matt Coughlin and photographer Rick Kinsel have more details on the accident, including photos and video at buckscountycouriertimes.com.
Let me begin by saying that the family has asked me to thank the community for their support, for their prayers. The takeaway from this is that speed kills, speed maims. The evidence clearly established that the defendant was driving not 85 miles an hour, but 85 miles an hour in excess of a 55-mile-an-hour speed zone.
I think the main issue today is my client's mindset at the time of this accident, and a lot of the future of this case will depend upon what determinations are made about that.
We also have a heartfelt sidebar to this story. Since Holly loved to draw and paint, her family wants to collect $25,000 to send another child in her place to the James Michener Art Museum's summer camp. You can find out more about this in Christina Christophic's story on our website. Both sides in the Neshaminy labor dispute are now saying contract talks have fallen apart. According to our sources, the Neshaminy Federation of Teachers is planning to file an unfair labor practice claim with the Pennsylvania Labor Relations Board because they say school board negotiators aren't bargaining in good faith. For their part, the board wants the teachers union to have members vote on the Council Rock salary proposal and working conditions. The two sides have agreed to meet again next Wednesday. Reporter Christian Menno has the full story online. Bensalem police now have more than 200 guns from their first gun buyback program as owners turned in their unwanted guns for money. Law enforcement officials hope this will lead to a reduction in gun violence.
We're not asking any questions. People are turning in their guns, and we give them a receipt for their guns. They get cash, and they're getting complimentary tickets to the Georgine's Comedy Works in Bristol. And the whole idea, there's a lot of people that say, oh, you know, criminals aren't bringing their guns in off the street. Well, we don't know that, but what we do know is that sometimes people have guns in their houses that they don't use. Their houses get broken into sometimes, and those guns are taken and then used in other crimes, or that people get hurt accidentally.
To turn in a gun, it must first be unloaded, and cash will be received only after the weapon is screened by officers and is deemed to be an operable firearm. People surrendering weapons will receive up to $200 for assault rifles, up to $100 for semi-automatic handguns, and up to $50 for handguns, rifles, and shotguns.
The guns will be melted down to make new military weapons. If you're looking to get rid of any guns, you'll have another chance in Bensalem Saturday from 10 to 2 at police headquarters off Byberry Road. Reporters George Matar and Kimberly Flanders have a story with video on our website. The mother of an 18-month-old girl killed by her boyfriend is now facing criminal charges because police say she did nothing to stop it. Police say 28-year-old Nakia Adams knew that Adrian Allen was physically abusing Barbara before she died from abuse-related injuries. Police also say she lied and neglected to get her daughter prompt treatment. Barbara died 11 days after Allen kicked her in the head. He has pleaded guilty to avoid the death penalty, and he will serve life in prison. Reporter Joe Chevalier has more details online. A nor'easter is set to hit our area with 3 to 6 inches of snow overnight tonight, and we're seeing the calm before that storm right now. It's cloudy with scattered flurries and a high near 35. Rain is likely tonight with a low around 32. A Philadelphia woman who struck and fatally injured a Bensalem teen in November will face traffic citations but not criminal charges. Bensalem police say 54-year-old Lisa Ann Murray had the green light, and she also stopped after hitting 17-year-old Ryan Viola. The senior honor student at Bucks County Technical High School was walking against the traffic light to his school bus stop. He died a day after Murray struck him. She is being cited with driving with a suspended license and at an unsafe speed. In a bizarre incident, police are looking for a man who stabbed a Morrisville Dunkin' Donuts employee with a screwdriver and made off with cash. The man dove over the counter and stabbed the employee in the hand before taking an undetermined amount of money. Police said the man is white, balding with brown hair, 5'11", and 185 pounds. He was wearing dark clothing and got into a blue or black four-door sedan and drove off. The employee was not seriously injured. Talk about a great high school sports underdog story. 2 years ago, Abington didn't even have a varsity hockey team. Last night, they upset Council Rock South, who won the state title last year. Video reporter Jen Wielgus talked to the Abington guys about how far they've come.
It means a lot for the program, but it means a lot for the boys because we struggled a lot from a discipline standpoint last couple years, and this team really just kind of came together as a unit. They care a lot about each other, and they won't die. They just keep coming at people. They won't give up.
I don't know. This team's one of the best teams in the league, but I don't know. You just got to go in the mindset every game. These kids are the same age as us, you know. They tie their skates, they shoot, you know, they have homework, possibly girlfriends. So you just got to go in there. I don't know. You got to go out there and play hockey. That's what I just try to stay positive and play hockey.
We were down 7-2, and our coaches told us to pull it together and just play our game, and that's what we did. Our captain said it the best in the locker room. Last year, when we were down 7-2, the game was over. We weren't coming back. But this year, it's a whole new team. We play as a team, and when we're down, we're not giving up.
You can find more local high school sports on our website. And sports writer Kevin Cooney's preview of spring training continues in a video online about what's been a problem area for the Phillies, their bullpen.
For the Phillies, no area in 2012 was more of a nightmare than their bullpen. Several eighth-inning blown leads helped lead the club to an 81-81 record. So Ruben Amaro seemed to focus a lot of his attention this year in correcting some of them wrongs. Chief among them was in the 8th inning. The Phillies went out and got what has been the consensus-based 8th inning guy in baseball the last couple of years when they signed veteran Mike Adams. Adams has long been considered the best 8th inning man in baseball. His last 2 years with the Texas Rangers, he has been instrumental in getting the Rangers back to the postseason. However, last year he suffered a nerve condition that required the removal of a rib. Still, it wasn't enough to keep the Phillies from paying him $8 million and giving him the spot ahead of Jonathan Papelbon at the end of the game. In essence, the Phillies may have the best 1-2 punch in the back end of the bullpen in the National League.
You can see Kevin's videos and more Phillies coverage at buckscountycouriertimes.com. Now here's a look at what we're working on in the newsroom. Are home builders coming back to Bucks? We'll find out through analysis of Bucks County's Planning Commissioner's Annual Development Activity Report. County reporter Jim McGinnis will see if we're really in an economic recovery. Morrisville is petitioning the courts to dissolve the group that oversaw the borough's community pool since 1955. Reporter Hemer Duarte will find out why. And finally, the Easter Seals are moving their Bucks County location from a small, cramped office on Trenton Road in Middletown to the former Temple Shalom on Edgeley Road in Bristol Township. Reporter Danny Adler will have a story and video. You can find all of these stories and the latest local news at buckscountycouriertimes.com. I'm Rachel Canelli. Thanks for watching and have a great day. More than 1 million meals have been served here at the Bucks County Emergency Homeless Shelter. Like any other home, this kitchen is the heart of this shelter, and it's in desperate need of some long overdue TLC. That's why Family Service Association, Comcast, the Courier Times, and Intelligencer newspapers are teaming up in a campaign asking you, Bucks County, to buck up. There will be collection boxes all across the county, so buck up, Bucks County. Let's take care of the heart of this shelter together so they can cook and serve 1 million more meals to those in need.